Hi everyone, it's the EnglishSimmer here, and the other day I woke up to something extremely exciting in my inbox, and that is of course a brand new Sims 4 survey. Now I absolutely love the surveys that the Sims team run. It's been ages since we feel like we got one. Obviously, every so often on the home screen, we'll get like a feedback survey on a new pack, how we feel about the new content and things that were included in the pack. But it's been a while since they've kind of just done a generic one. So we're gonna sit down, we're gonna go through this survey together. I have been tagged in this a couple of times over on Twitter, and it actually seems really interesting because it feels like they're also talking about brand collaborations. I know that there are multitudes of different opinions when it comes to The Sims 4 working and like collabing with different brands. It's actually something that I'm super interested in, and I always like to like see how they take a spin on things and how they go about like introducing like brand collaborations. Obviously, I would like to see more of it from Sim stuff being made into like the physical world. That's kind of where I feel like brand collaborations would be great for The Sims 4 and something that we don't get that often. But let's check this out. Let's see what it's all about. To help improve our game, so don't be afraid to share with us your thoughts and opinions. Responses you leave in this survey will be anonymized. Well, not really, because I'm kind of slapping my name on it whilst recording this video. Oof, shoot, took a while to load. Overall satisfaction with The Sims 4. I mean, I play it almost every single day. There's a lot of things I would change about it, let's be real. I'm feeling like right now, I'm kind of satisfied. Like, obviously, there's a ton of things I would like to see changed, but I still enjoy playing the game at the end of the day. To what extent do the following impact your Sims 4 play experience? Game technical performances, hitches, frame rate drops. Oh my god, extremely impactful. I get frame rate drops literally all of the time. Crashes, I really don't see that often. Obviously, when they do happen, like they are impactful. They just like rarely happen for me all that much. Simulation bugs, honestly, extremely impactful. I've spoken about this before, but simulation bugs are kind of like when you're queuing your sim to do something and it takes like 2 hours out of Sim's day for them to actually go about doing an action. That's kind of the like simulation lag when I talk about it is what I mean. And I've spoken about the fact that 3-speed is honestly pretty unplayable for me at the minute because it just takes my Sims hours to do anything if I'm playing in 3-speed. Lack of representation, myself or world can't be made in The Sims. I mean, I am a cis white woman. So, I mean, myself and my world can be made. Obviously, for other players, though, like, that is extremely impactful. So, I'm kind of not talking about myself, I'm talking about other people here. But obviously we've spoken about like the lack of like African inspired worlds and diversity in that frame. And yeah, I think that is extremely impactful. Loading screens, I mean, nah, no impact at all. I am fortunate enough to play on a pretty good PC, which means that my loading screens aren't like unbelievably long. And also I have a mod that changes my loading screen to a dancing bone hill. So I feel like I get the best of both worlds. Which of the following would best describe how you play Sims 4? Select up to 2. Build or design a realistic setting world. Craft a world for growing Sims families. Exploring different lifestyles and identities through Sims. Build or design fantastical setting or world. Experience fantasy Sim types, e.g. werewolf Sim types. Are they plucking information about fairies right now? Nurture my Sim and shape their life. Help my Sim progress through life by advancing skills, hobbies, careers. I'm definitely gonna say that one, and then also probably nurture my Sim and shape their life. I feel like that kind of like comes into this for me. This is like kind of more important than focusing on these. How would you rate your overall satisfaction with recent pack and kit releases? I mean, Tomarang was awful, like just for Rent in general as a release went terribly. I would say pretty dissatisfied right now. Select the 2 most important aspects to you when considering purchasing an expansion. Architectural styles, geographic inspiration, amount of new Sim clothing and accessories, new gameplay features, well yeah, obviously. Style, new furniture and decor, new size world, simulation updates, price of the EP, traits, aspirations, careers, amount of new furniture, new social dynamics, style of sim clothing. Honestly, I kind of like the style of Create Sim. I feel like new gameplay and Create Sim is really where I like. Obviously, world size is important to me for sure, but I wouldn't say it's like one of the two top ones. So that's what I'm gonna go for. Oh, this is where it gets interesting for me. Okay, let's go. Let's get in deep to these questions. Indicate how satisfied you are with following live mode features. Live or live? I always say live. Seeing my Sims positively interact with each other, I mean, very satisfied. It's happy-go-lucky. Creating drama between my Sims, honestly, not at all satisfied. Literally could be so much better. My Sim facing challenging situations, it's got better in the last few years, I will say. I feel like the midlife crisis and like career burnout really help that. I would say still only like slightly satisfied. It doesn't really feel like they have many challenging situations and like relationships with each other and stuff. Giving my Sims a family legacy, I'm gonna say moderately. Again, there are things I would like to see. I would definitely love to see like family heirlooms and different things that can be passed down from like generation to generation, inheritance. Like there's definitely a lot of stuff that I would love to see when it comes to legacies, but like obviously you can do it. Caring for a Sim family, toddlers, teenagers, slightly satisfied. I mean, toddlers I'm fine with, they're cool. Teenagers, honestly, I'm gonna say not satisfied at all, actually, because teenagers, like, I would say not at all satisfied. Encountering special, unique NPCs. I mean, who are we saying in that? Like, Crumplebottom, Roberto Crinkletop, like, are those the kind of people we're talking about? I'm gonna say, like, moderately. They do seem to, like, roam about a fair bit. Planning or attending, oh my god, not satisfied at all. Let us visit other people's like wedding ceremonies, birthdays, seasonal like events that they're throwing. Let Sims invite us over to their houses, set up toddler play dates, sleepovers, birthdays. Literally not satisfied at all. Also just birthday parties in general. I've literally spoken about this so much recently about how I think events could be so much better in The Sims 4 if they actually like go back and like look at them. I always say, but baby showers are like the pinnacle for me right now. I kind of wish every event worked in the same like detail as baby showers did, with like receiving gifts and having different like interactions. I still even wish baby showers had a bit more detail. Like if you were talking about like name suggestions, I wish Sims actually gave you name suggestions and stuff. Please indicate how satisfied you are with following Sims 4 features. Storylines, modes, AG, robust stories, lore, not satisfied at all. I would like to see more lore. I would like to see more relationships between townies, and also I would like that to have more of an effect on my Sims. I would like way more effect within like robust stories, even though there is more difficulty, I think, raised by specifically growing together. Honestly, like that is a little bit of a challenge with sentiments and also like the family dynamics and things of that nature. I still don't feel like they're robust as they could be. Animals and creatures, I mean, moderately. I would like to see way more small animals. I would love to see like pet lizards or frogs or birds. So moderately in the sense that like I rarely play with cats and dogs, but that's only because there's not a lot you can do with them, and also they're just kind of there for me personally. Occult and supernatural features, I would say very satisfied. I would like to see more though, obviously, which is why this is like one of the most positive I feel I've answered this whole survey. I obviously would also love to see more supernatural elements, specifically fairies. Why do I feel like they're hinting towards fairies? Even one of the snippets that I've seen of like the brand collab makes me think of fairies, but we'll get into that. Please indicate how interested you are to see the following live mode features included in the future expansion pack. Seeing my Sims positively interact with other Sims, I mean, they already do that, bro. Creating drama, completely interesting. My Sim facing challenging situations, completely interesting. Giving my Sims a family legacy, like slightly, but I feel like that's already done quite well in the game. Caring for a Sim, honestly, very interested. Encountering special, unique NPCs, I don't really care for special or unique NPCs. NPCs, I will be the one to say that. Planning or attending events, completely interested, 100%. I would love to see those be done better. I'm just scared that they mean here, like, do you just want us to add new ones? Which I don't want. Like, I want them to go back and look at the older ones and be like, right, how can we make these better? How can we make them more interesting? How can we make the world feel more alive with these events? How can we draw our players into like towny versions of these events, etc.? Storylines, robust stories, lore, completely interested. Animals and creatures, honestly, not at all interested. Maybe slightly. Only if it comes to those small animals. If they're planning on giving us like any other animals, like I wasn't super down for horses. I don't particularly like Horse Ranch as an expansion, so I'm really not fussed about them introducing like new ones. But then the creatures as well, I'm like, if you want to give us dragons in like a medieval like time travel pack, then I'm down for that. Occult and supernatural, I'm gonna say very interested, because I would like to see still more done when it comes to occult. Have you heard of the following fashion brands? Okay, so yes, I have heard of Nike. I am so sorry to this man, but if he was walking down the street, I wouldn't know a thing. I don't know a lot of these. I'm not gonna lie. I am not really up on fashion, to be fair. I do know Saint Laurent. Ew, no. Please, no. Sims, I wish I could put no, I've never heard of them. Please never work with Balenciaga. Give me a Vans collaboration. Have I heard of Claire's accessories? Do you think I grew up in the 90s and noughties and haven't heard of Claire's accessories? Grow up, Sims. I have heard of MeUndies. Honestly, every YouTuber ever used to be sponsored by MeUndies. And then they also did a collaboration with them in The Sims 4. Ooh, have you heard of the following sports organizations? Major League Baseball, I want to say. National Basketball Association, National Hockey League, NASCAR. I've heard of all of these, let's be real. My dad is a huge sports fan. Taylor Swift put the NFL on the map. Thank you very much. I grew up watching WWE. I recently got into Formula One. Is this like, what's EFL? Football League? EFL Championships. English Football League. We don't call it like the EFL though. Do we? Or is that just like below? We just refer to it as football. Sorry. Literally no opinion, no opinion, no opinion. This was just asking about like my affinity. All you need to know is that I put love it for both Converse and Vans, and also Crocs. Which of the following games have you played in the last month? Brawl Stars? No. Candy Crush? No. Overwatch 1 and 2? No. In the last month? Honestly, just Sims. No, that's a lie. I went through such a Fall Guys phase. I'm not currently in it, so I haven't played it in the last month, but I have played an awful lot of it. I have actually played Marvel Spider-Man in the last month. Fortnite, yes, I am in my Fortnite era. Stardew Valley, I have played. I have not played Disney Dreamlight Valley literally in the longest time. Why do they not have a Red Dead Redemption 2? I've been sick. I've been playing an awful lot of Red Dead. Female, age range 28 to 45. Have you played Sims 4 in the last year? Yes. Oh, the depth I could get into. Now, obviously, I have done many a video of like things I would love to see in the game, things that I think are currently wrong with the game, packs I would like to see, brand collaborations. So I could have just linked everything here, but that wouldn't be super anonymous. So I've kind of just written up some stuff that this survey was like pertaining to. When it comes to brand collabs, I would love to see more in-game stuff make it to the real world. For example, puzzles, artworks, games, fashion, such as the eyeball ring. Would love Sims-inspired games such as Game of Life or Monopoly, Cluedo, pop vinyls, Lego sets, real-life Void critter cards, cowplant schools, sad clown paintings. Don't like the idea of collabing with high-end fashion brands or fast fashion, especially with like the eco side that The Sims 4 focuses focuses on like so heavily, like going for fast fashion. And this isn't me being like all fast fashion is bad. I know a lot of the time that is what people can afford, and also it's size inclusive a lot of the time. So this isn't me coming at people like down people's throats being like, don't buy fast fashion and like all of this. I would just prefer them not to collab with people who do like heavily work in fast fashion. Would love to see focus shifted on updating systems features we already have. I literally just made a video about this the other day called like forgotten features that the devs may have forgotten. I would love to see birthday parties working like baby showers, townies inviting you over for parties and seasonal holidays, dine out realm of magic, refresh / fix, and neighborhood stories introduce new options that make the world feel alive around you, like divorce, breakup, and these actually happening like in front of your Sims, because right now a lot of it still feels like it happens in the background. Themes wanted in packs for me personally: cars, bands, fairies, elderly and teen based packs, and then also hobbies expansion. Boom! Am I gonna get any more questions? Because there was a question that I saw, I didn't get it. So this feels like it's maybe randomized based on like how you respond to like some of the things. But I saw people being asked about like A Court of Thorn and Roses, which I have not read those books. I don't ever think I'm gonna read those books. But basically I was like, is that linking to maybe like fairies? Because obviously they know that A Court of Thorn and Roses is like popular right now. Like, can this be kind of a collaboration? I don't want a collaboration between that and fairies, but maybe they're just drawing on kind of like those elements and seeing what people like about those books and like the fairy element of it to like draw on what they could be doing for that occult specifically, which I think was actually like pretty interesting to see. But maybe I answered so badly about not knowing that many fashion brands that they were like, we're not even gonna give her the opportunity to answer about different brands. But thank you all so much for tuning in. I will honestly try and leave a link to this down below. If you didn't get it, it showed up in my inbox. I don't know if it's also available like maybe on the Sims 4 homepage, or you could probably find it on like Twitter if you like search Sims 4 survey. I'm sure someone's probably posted about it there. But thank you all so much for watching my responses. Definitely let me know, even if you didn't get your hands on this survey, how you personally would have responded to it. Like I said, I'm kind of like in the middle when it comes to brand collabs. Like a lot of the people that they were talking about was like high fashion or fast fashion, which I have absolutely like no interest in, really, to be completely honest. I did like the diesel stuff for Sims 3, but that's only honestly because it introduced some pretty decent jeans, and I feel like we didn't have a lot of them when it came to the Sims 3. So there are like brands I could see them collabing with like in a fashion point of view, where I'm like, oh, you haven't done like a lot of this and therefore I can see why this would work. Like, I honestly don't think I'd mind like a diesel or like a jeans like kit or something for the game, but also that just feels like very lackluster in a way. But I would love to hear all of your thoughts on this, how you personally would have responded, what you want to see for the future of The Sims 4. Obviously that's like a recurring theme here on my channel. I do those types of videos an awful lot, and I just feel like surveys are kind of a nice way to feel like you're giving that direct feedback, even if it is just going to like a marketing team over than like the official like Sims team. But it feels like you're being listened to at least a little bit, and it feels like you can get your points across quite nicely. But thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate you all. Thank you for letting me know about this survey, and I will speak to you all in my next one. Bye now.